All right, so today on the channel, we're going to take on a little task, and I'm going to shoot it in snippets and in stages because I don't know where it's going to go. And you guys already saw by I'm supposing the title I just created and the name of the video that I succeeded. But what we're going to try to do is we're going to try and create a TV that we can put all kinds of images on, or medical monitoring device, or whatever kind of monitor what we want to do, whether it be a TV or a computer display or a diagnostic monitor. And we're going to try and create a customizable one. Now, I've seen a bunch of YouTube videos with some really smart individuals that do some really interesting things. I've seen a few people take Apple Watches and program them. I've seen a few people take some RetroPies, connect them up to tiny monitors, pay $100, $200 to make them work, and then get them up and working. I've seen people just do all kinds of really cool things, but that is way beyond the scope that I want to do. That's like taking it to another galaxy. I was like, there has to be a simpler way. And so, a lot of people can make things real complicated and machine parts, and I don't want to do that. I'm all about simplifying it. How can us regular Joes do really cool stuff for our dioramas? I'm not about machining part stuff and all that. I mean, I will if I have time, but I ain't got time for all that, and I don't have the know-how, and I don't want to learn anything specifically that I'm going to use maybe 3 or 4 times in my lifetime. But I do have ingenuity, and I do have lots of pieces of technology lying around. And I am creative, I would like to think. So what is something that we could use that's lying about the house? Well, number one, everybody has old electronic equipment. And something old that has a small screen on it is this. Now, this iPhone has been dead for quite a while. It was up a minute ago, but I got to charge it. So we have an old iPhone and an iPhone case. Now, I was thinking what I could do is first charge up the iPhone and, charge it up. And then take this, put the iPhone inside of here, close it, and then cut out the piece for the TV screen. Of course, then you would enclose the iPhone, you charge it up, put whatever stuff you wanted in it, and then put it in there, close it up, or take it out if you wanted to, and then what you could do with that, paint it up first so it doesn't have all this other stuff on it, and then take it and mount it on the wall back here or somewhere, kind of like a monitor, watching his readout, or maybe right here, that way the doctor can come over here and check that out. So I just wanted something to look, really science fiction-y going on in the background. So for the diorama. So let's see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to turn out or not, but that's where we're starting. And let's see what happens. Next time I film, we'll have something. See what happens. All right, so we've had a bit of a change of tracking as to how we were initially going to do it on that iPhone box. But looking more closely, the cardboard on that deemed itself a bit too impractical. Everything was bending and getting out of control with it, and then it would have these huge creases. It just didn't look right. So instead, I did a little bit deeper diving. And again, with just items that you would find around your house, how could I do this without spending too much money? So again, we're going to use the iPhone, but then with some clear plastic, I managed, and some basically some popsicle sticks, right? So here's what we did. We took some popsicle sticks and created a frame. And when I use and I'll put the kind of glue that I used up here, put it on the corner. And then once you do that, what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to color this, or paint this whole thing black. Just spray paint it black, or I'm probably just going to use some acrylic, and then clear coat it. I am going to cover out the parts where I want the screen to be playing, right? So anyways, we're going to do that. This is what it looks like so far. I've left this side open so that I can slide the iPhone in when I need to and slide it out. And we're going to use this part here to close it up with some black sticky tack, right? So now what you're going to have is an enclosure for the iPhone when you slide it in here, and it'll be playing. I don't know how hot that thing's going to get inside of here. Hopefully we will start a fire, but anyways, I probably should have thought of that sooner. I might have to make some holes behind here just to make sure that it's, you know, it's not completely enclosed and does start a fire. Or I might leave it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might have to cut a hole in the back. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, this is what we did. We just took some popsicle sticks or some, you know, I'll put what kind of sticks I used here. And then I used basically some clear packaging plastic for this, right? So, you know, that's what I used there. And again, I'm then the areas I'm going to tape the areas off that I need, and then we'll go from there. So next time you see it, it should be all painted up, and, you know, I'll kind of give you a little demo of what it's going to look like with the iPhone inside of it. Okay, so here we are with a kind of a prototype of it. As you can see, it's got a little screen. It looks like I just basically took this and put it together. Stop turning around. Anyways, that's what it looks like there. So we are going to take this and set it on there. And we'll see how it goes. I know it's a little rough up here and stuff, but kind of wanted to give you guys an idea as to where I'm going before I get there. So again, simple. I don't want anything to be very, very complicated or taxing. I don't think this was very taxing at all. So that's where we are for now. Next time you see it, it should probably be finished up, and we can go from there. All right, guys. So what do you think? There it is, the completed, you know, kind of tech screen that I created. I think it did okay. I think that this is a good start. Definitely could play whatever you like on it. I think there's some addition. I mean, like I said, I tried to make it real basic, right? Kind of a readout that he could be looking at, or, you know, maybe you could have this guy. You know, it couldn't just be like a medical thing, right? It could be like he's looking at like a readout, scanning the area or something, right? He's checking out that readout. And what you could do also is you could kind of camouflage the outside of that with some additional techie looking stuff, right? To where, you know, you kind of just put it in the background and hide it a bit. I put it on the stand here. Let's take a closer look at it. Like I said, I like it. It's out of the way a little bit and adds a little bit of flair to the background of the diorama. So what I did do, though, is, again, I was working on this stand quite a bit. And let's pop it off of here. So I did a couple things. I put some magnets on the back of it right there. And again, I used some dowels and, you know, just some popsicle sticks and a McFarlane bottom there to make that. And then here's a close-up shot of, I mean, it's not super complicated, right? It's not overly, and basically it snaps in right into place. Just line it up there real quick with the magnets in the back. Scoot it over a tiny bit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Scoot it over a tiny bit. And there we go. There it is, you know. Like I said, not super complicated. How much did this cost me? It cost a total of an iPhone that I already had. So $0 there. A cable that I already had, so $0 there. Some popsicle sticks, you know, $0 there. Some free packaging I found in one of my G.I. Joe classifieds. It just cut out the front part of it. So $0 there. some paint. I don't know. You know, the only thing that really cost me anything was my time and money. I mean, my time and labor. That's about it. That's what costs money on it. So anyways, guys, just some ideas on how to do something really on the, you know what, truthfully, if you really look at it, if you had to go buy the popsicle sticks, like $3, if you had to go buy, you don't even buy the clear plastic for the screen, because you can find that anywhere. So again, that's what, free. Acrylic paint. Okay, so maybe you had to buy some acrylic paint. Go get some at Walmart for $1. What are we up to? Like $4? Some wooden dowels, round ones. Again, you know, go buy a couple of, let's say another $3 there. And then you wanted a stand there at the bottom. McFarlane, I'm sure you have McFarlane figures somewhere. Drill a hole in it, and you got another one. I thought, doesn't even cost money. And being, you know, 100% transparent, I took a screw and drilled it into the bottom of that dowel. So maybe you have to buy a screw, 97 cents. So we're up to like less than $10 for the cost putting that together. Now, you know, don't just think about it as, do I have an iPhone that can do that? You know, most people don't, but I'm sure some of you have an Android or a tablet that you can hide in the background, kind of put some stuff around it and then put it on top. Or you've got different things that you can use that are smaller screens. Androids, tablets, iPhones. I mean, the other option is you can always go get, and I'll show you in just a second. And this will work for really simple dioramas if you're just doing it in a house or something, like a little you know, house diorama or something. You can, these are like $15 now. I started out with this idea and I originally bought this, number one, because it's on sale. Number two, makes a great diorama piece. And number three, I was like, for sure somebody has already hacked this thing and I can put whatever screen I want into it. Nobody has hacked this. Nobody has hacked this. So I was actually going to go and do it, you know, but then it led me down that path of that little retro tiny TV or whatever it's called, the other one. And I was like, no, I'm not going to pay, you know, $100 just for that, when you know, I'm pretty sure I have all those components just lying around. And if you're going to, I think the next question everybody would ask is, where did you get that sci-fi clip? I have a bunch of them on there now. I have like a medical scan. I have like a radar scan. I have like an area scan. I got those for free. Google is your friend. Go look up like sci-fi medical scanning background or something to that effect and Google that and you can find it. So ultimately, guys, what do you think? Are you going to go out there and be, creative, inventive, and try to do something like this yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if I kind of inspired you or helped you do something really cool like this. Well, to me, it's cool. To you, it might vary. And, not only do I do figure reviews every now and then, maybe we do some diorama coolness like this. I think I might improve on it a little bit, do some, maybe put some, extra writing or some papers here on the side, or maybe spice it up with some metal work, hang it from the back right there. I don't know, but I think this is cheap and dirty and very cool, and it sits in the background, innocuous until you see it, and then you're like, ooh, that looks kind of cool. So, all right, so last entry here for this, and maybe I'll do some more. This is just a prototype of what I want to have in my background. I went ahead and broke up the black around the system or the paneling here, just because it was just looking just way too dark in there. So I wanted to add some additional controls up here and to the side, just to kind of integrate it more into the unit or into the diorama. So anyways, I think I'm going to leave it like this for a while. I think this is my first attempt at it. I may try to spruce it up a little more, maybe get a different case, and maybe this time, instead of, like paper cutouts of technical or control panels, we'll do a more kind of like actual, what Star Trek people like to call gribblies. actual pieces of physical hardware that you know, have a 3D effect on them. Kind of put them around there. Maybe put some wires into that hibernation pod or something, and we'll go from there. But for now, you'll probably be seeing this in a lot of my episodes. So I'm really digging it, and I enjoyed it. And you know what? For less than 20 bucks, you know, and I forgot to add one thing to it. Rare earth magnets. You don't need that, but I mean, transparency, I did forget about the magnets. And I think when I bought the magnets, they're like 12 bucks or something like that. So for less than 20 bucks, I made that. So it's up to you how you want to spend, you know, maybe you want to spend a couple. I saw a little TV like this on eBay today, actually, going for $200 to $300. And I was just shocked. So anyways, less than $20. I hope I've inspired you. I hope I've done some, you know, I hope you like it. If not, hey, burn me up or flame me up in the comments. Say, boy, that looks dumb. Maybe we'll try again. I probably will anyway. So don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. As long as you guys keep watching. Don't forget to go solve that puzzle too. I've had a couple of people already guess, but nobody's gotten it. The Justice Buster, I'll put a link up here in the end. The Justice Buster and Hibernation Pod review has a bunch of clues in it. So go in there and check that out once again. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this.